Here's my vlog for Christmas. Merry Christmas. Today I did I didn't do a video for the last couple of days, I guess, because I've been too busy. I didn't have a shower last night either. Have to have a shower tonight for sure before I get to sleep. Don't want to go 2 nights. I don't know if I've ever gone 2 nights without a shower since I lived in here. Yesterday I went to Meow Wolf. That was interesting with my mom and brothers. And took our time walking around there. I was impressed with how much walking my mom did. Went up and down the stairs. And then went to Trailing Oriental Restaurant. And then came back here and was working like until 1:30 in the morning or 2 in the morning. But I wanted to get some sleep because my mom wanted me over at her house at 10. So I made it there by like 10:30. Slept in a little bit. But I think I didn't do any work until like before I went there today. And I did all my work when I came home. I been working all day today since I came back until now, and I'll probably work some more, couple more hours, I guess. On my Servian Wall, and I still think I'll finish the Servian Wall by the end of the year. That's still my goal, and that's not just the wall, but that includes the ring road, even though that's not in the same folder as the wall. It's in the road folder, but I think I can include the ring road by the end of the year. We'll see. How many more days do I have? 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. 6 more days. There's 31 days in this month. 6 more days, including tomorrow. I'm going to hang out with my mom on the 27th. We're going to see a movie. I should take her out to breakfast. Someplace good. Yeah, so all day tomorrow I can work. So I'm going to, right now I'm on like number 680 or something of the pillar pedestals. I'm including pillar pedestals in my project, even though it's really popular, really time consuming. It just makes it that, even though it's like 2 days of work just for the pedestals probably. It just makes the whole Servian Wall more realistic for me because I'm so used to seeing pedestals on all of the columns. Like every column gets a pedestal, pretty much. I've seen some drawings where that doesn't. So I was like, man, I gotta put a pedestal. Gotta put the pedestal. So that's the square. Oh, plus it helps calibrate with size because you make them 1 meter high, and the columns are 1 meter in diameter. So, and I did it. I did a test view today because yesterday I finished the circuit of the wall where I just draw each segments between the towers are their own segment. I did the towers, all of them, which is 2 different segments. And I did all of the pillars. And I did all of the bricks sidewalk. There's 4 different things. And so now I'm working on the pedestals, number 5. And it'll maybe be like, we're at like 680 and you're not quite halfway, so it's like maybe like 1,400 or something, I'm guessing, of them. on the traditional Servian wall. There's a traditional Servian wall, but there's a section of Servian wall, and I don't know when it existed, that extended to the Trans-Tiberium, to the other side of the river, north side of the river, which I already did all of that, except for I don't think I did the bricks, but I did all the pedestals like a long time ago, like years ago. And then I just did the columns, just like yesterday. So, yeah, so man, maybe like a third of the way through. Is that what I said? Of the pedestals. And once I'm done with the pedestals, then I do the people on the wall. I mean, on the towers, and then I'm gonna do the road, and then I have to do the roof, like the walkway on top. And I haven't really decided exactly how I'm gonna do it. Like, if I want to do it for the walkway, but also the towers, or if I want to do the on one way where it's just floating, or if I want to do the towers where it's flat, which would mean I'd have to connect it to the ground. But then might look better with the people, because I'm writing people on there. But then make the walkway floating. The walkway has to be floating no matter what, so that you can see the columns. So over the columns, and the pedestals on the bricks. So yeah, I'll just see that. Because if it's floating for the whole thing, then it could be like dipping too much and not be realistic for the people, but we'll see. Probably too floating for the whole thing, because the connection between the flat and the floating will be too, not seem less enough and not look realistic. So anyway, those are the next steps that I have to do that I think I can finish in the next 6 days. I mean, the most time consuming that I have to do from here on in by far is the pedestals, because there's just so many of them. It's like the towers are like pedestals divided by 10. It's like 10 columns for like each tower, and I haven't measured exactly how far it is between the towers, or even the columns. But yeah, after I'm done with the Servian Wall, hopefully by the end of the year, that'll be a huge sense of accomplishment that I've been wanting to do for a long time. Servian Wall is going to do a better job of me figuring out Rome than the Aurelian Wall, because the Servian Wall, I said this in the other video, the Servian Wall encompasses perfectly all 7 hills and a little bit north, so it's all of the interesting part of it. In an area of 600 acres that's easy to wrap your head around, especially with the columns. That's what I was going to say before, because I did a test earlier today, when I was like halfway down, like a quarter of the way through, but enough to see a lot of it, where I made the columns 10 meters high, which is how high they were, or how high the wall was, and the pedestal 1 meter high, like I normally do. And then I looked at it, and I looked all the way down the wall, and even the other side of the wall from a long ways away, and even from like the other side of the city, you can see each individual column. So that's going to function really well to shrinking the perceptual size of Rome, because you can see everything, and it gives you the perspective, makes it seem not as far away, not as big. So especially it'll be cool when you know how exactly how many pillars there are. So yeah, so after I do the Servian Wall, think maybe even by the end of the year I can finish to get the roads squared away, because I'll have to do the ring road, and then in order to get the roads ready for Servian Wall, I'll have to chop away the roads from the Antonine Wall, the Severan Wall. Severan? I call it Severan Rome because it's Tabula Romana was made in 211 during, actually that was during Severus, it was during Domitian, Caracalla. Anyway, but it was commissioned under Severus, maybe that's what I said. Wait a minute. Anyway, so, oh shit, I lost my train of thought. Yeah. Yeah, so, oh yeah, take the roads away. And then, yeah, prep that. Maybe I can do all that by the 31st. And, but then anyway, after that, I want to build Rome. I decided a way that I want to do all of the, apartment buildings, and I wish I had done it this way with Rome, Region 14 and 5, and I hope I didn't do a 6, but I think I did, maybe 6 too, where I did all of the apartments just as individual units. But that's not, I wanted to make it more realistic, where all the apartments are either in the one that I traced one level, the Pellegrini apartments, but also your typical insula ones, and even the common ones in Rome, when you look at it, the common apartment in Rome today, because I was looking at them, are 4 stories high, and they're about the same height as the highest allowed building in Rome, which was about 4 stories. It was like 50 or 60 feet, 55 feet was the highest legal height you could have of Rome, because if they made them too high, they would collapse and kill a bunch of people. Because people, the developers just wanted to make rent money, and also maybe because fire too difficult to escape or something. But mainly the collapsing, but and maybe aesthetics too. But anyway, that's how high they are now. So they're the same height now as they were then, and that's actually, incidentally, the same height maximum they have in Boulder. There's another crazy coincidence between Boulder and Rome. And so the new buildings they bring are the same height as the ones in Rome, but since they look now the same way as they did then, and it's the same design, I'm thinking to myself, and I know that there's a building that still exists, that existed in the Roman times. They're saying like the Cura Julia, or like one of the Senate buildings, they have a picture of it. This is where it was, and well, if that's the exact wall that the map was on, which is like 60 by 50 feet, and the map was made in the year 211. That means that building was older than the map. So that building that's still standing was from the Roman Empire. So then I was thinking, like, how many of these apartment buildings that like regular people live in that are still functionable today existed in the Roman Empire? I've got to ask that question to like all the people who know anything about Rome, because maybe there's a few of them, maybe there's a few we don't even know about. There's one building that's still functionable today that was built during the Roman Empire. It's a big church, a big cathedral. I can't remember the name of it, but it was built in like the year 425 or 380 or whatever. I mean, squarely, it's still in the Western Roman Empire, existed. And it's still like perfect now. It's still used, it looks perfect, only when it was built during the Roman Empire. So, Colosseum isn't the only building, or the Pantheon. There's others, and so I'm like, you know what, that's probably what they look like. So then I just wanted to build 4-story high apartment buildings in Rome that look kind of like, only the ones that I'm going to make are going to look like Pellegrini apartments. Sort of, they're going to have the courtyard in the middle with the stairs in the middle, and then they get the walkway in the middle. Exact same design as the high school I went to, Boulder High. And just build a bunch of those. But I can make each I can do it with different levels and make them easily countable, because that's why I didn't do it in those other ones, region 14 and 6, because 5, because I wanted it to be easily countable. Wrap your head around all the numbers that they give you for the numbers of, because in the year 354, you know the exact number of everything. Apartments, houses, bakeries, cisterns, baths, some other things. So, and you also know the population, so you can get the percentage of everything, which I'm super excited to draw up, like the numbers for that, which I haven't even looked at yet, for when I build Servian Rome, or Republican Rome. They call it the Servian Wall, but it's really the Republican Wall. It was built in like 375 BC, according to Livy. That's Republican Rome was started. The Republic was started in, not 375. I think they said 475. The beginning of the Republic. Oh shit! I'll have to look at it again. Anyway, oh my god! I just got myself into a brain fart. Yeah. So I can get. That's how I'm gonna build the apartments, because I can make them multi-level now and still make them easy to count. I experimented making it one way, all crazy like, and I think I even deleted. I should have kept it. Crazy like side things I make, but I can make each level very easily visible, because you just draw it a little bit in on each another level and make them all different colors, and maybe like earthy colors, so it looks realistic, or maybe stagger them like dark brown with orange, like how I did with the other houses. So anyway, I'm super excited about figuring out that ratio, and build it into Servian Rome. Build Servian Rome. I'll plug in a bunch of the buildings I already built on the main map, the 211 map, and then make sure I don't have any buildings in there that didn't exist then, and then build it. But as far as the houses and the apartments, I might just keep them the same, or I think I will. I'll have to, and build Servian Rome, which will be trippy. I might do that next. But there's after I build the wall, but there might be some other things I want to do. I really wanted to build Bronze Age Rome before I got finished on the Servian Wall. And I even got started tracing it and stuff, but I have to get back to it while it's still relatively fresh in my mind, adequately fresh, so that I'm not like wasting time doing stuff I already did, not knowing, how it's all going and what I'm up to. So I'll have to like kind of reread the book, but I won't reread it. What I'll do is just reread all of the screen captures I did, but I pretty much screen captured like almost the whole book because it was just jam-packed. So that's what I'll do, just reread all the screen captures, the numbers, and piece it together. But I might do that after I build the Servian Rome. Anyways, the wall of the Servian Wall, the Rome of Servian Wall. So, anyways, enough talking. Tomorrow, yesterday for the first time I ordered frozen food online on Amazon. Kirsten's told me I should start getting food online because it's more convenient. That's what she does, even though she has a car, and I don't. And because they say if you order $35 worth of stuff, you get free delivery. And $35 isn't that much, so I got $40 worth of Amy's cheese enchiladas. And because I got it the other day and I just thought it was delicious. I just want more, but it's kind of expensive, so I figure I'll do a treat for myself. Like my uncle gave me $50 for Christmas. Put that money into the cheese enchiladas. They'll come in the mail tomorrow between noon and 2, so that'll be interesting. Let's keep this under 10 minutes. Yeah, hopefully I'll be done with this whole wall by the 31st and then fix all the links in the first week of the next year. Talk to you tomorrow.